You guys want to talk about body integrity identity disorder?
Are you saying that because I'm?
It's a little bit. It makes a little bit of sense because you always say you're disabled, and these are people who also think they're disabled or would like to be.
There's some
but
common traits.
Yeah, there's common traits. You guys are a little bit mutual here.
Oh well, that explains everything.
Not me. You're looking at me when he says this. Not me. I don't believe that.
You don't believe that people have?
No. I don't believe that I am disabled.
I am.
You are?
I can't do a lot of things anymore. I can't even stand. Going to the airport, I need to be schlepped around on one of those carts. Literally. The last time I flew before coming here, I had some lady push me. Yes.
Like an old woman?
No, she was like Latina, like 29, maybe 30.
Huh.
And she was like, I'm like, stop. It's really embarrassing.
She's blowing her back out.
I know.
Push me.
And I didn't want to say just because it's, I mean, you can take one look at me. Okay. I'm like nearing 400 pounds, but I just said that, my ankles hurt.
Oh my God.
And they do. It's hard to walk. And my thighs rub. Everything's so, ugh. That's why I do ask for first
Do you
class.
chafe?
No, because I get underwear and I make sure that the underwear is like covering where they rub. So it's like an extra layer of protection.
You lose like lard? Like you rub yourself down with like lard?
What?
Yeah, like a lubricant lard.
Oh, one time I
like
did
lard?
put olive oil in there.
Interesting.
Olive oil.
Yes.
Why not lard?
Because I don't own lard.
Why not?
Do you wear long johns?
No, I sleep naked. I always have. Well, not always, but I'd say the past 8 years, I've always slept purely naked. Except when I was on your floor. I couldn't.
True.
Couldn't.
True. I go between phases where I sleep naked and sometimes I don't. I don't like waking up and like if something's wrong, what am I supposed to put clothes on and then go?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Because if like something happens, I'm going.
You're running.
And if I'm naked,
things are swinging.
it's gonna be like Tarzan. It's gonna be like Tarzan running through the house, fucking with an AR and full kit. All right, we're watching the BID thing. This is about you.
Oh, is it? Ooh.
Yeah,
I
These
like
are
things about me.
we know.
It's your kin right here.
Your kin folk. Also, we can hear ourselves now, Nick. So it's helpful.
Hello,
More helpful.
hello. I can't hear me.
It should be like a little bit quiet.
I
but
hear you. I don't hear me though.
You
That's
don't
okay.
hear you?
It's fine.
Oh well.
Well, can you hear this?
Yes.
I went blind on purpose, but I don't feel it was a choice.
Pause. So wait a second. She's not actually blind.
Well, she wasn't blind.
She wasn't blind.
She
but
made
she
herself.
always wanted to be.
She identified as blind, and then
So she's not actually blind.
Well, she is.
Can she see?
now she cannot.
She cannot now.
Because she.
Let's play.
I'm just the connection. She identified as blind, and Nick identifies as skinny or disabled, rather.
So she's not blind.
She's blind.
Play the video.
I need a taco.
For most people, going blind would be a nightmare. But for Jewel Chooping, it was the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. She suffers from a rare condition called body integrity identity disorder, which led her to deliberately take her own sight.
When there's nobody around you.
Okay, stop.
That's crazy. Well, I didn't deliberately take my own knees out. I mean, I can
Seems like you
still,
kind
I can
of did.
still waddle. Jeepers. She
Waddle,
look at her
waddle.
eyes; they're
This
pasted
isn't-
shut.
I don't want to see this. This is scary.
She literally took out her eyeballs.
So she made herself blind.
See, I didn't make
Yes.
myself fat.
You did. You literally did. You did, Nick.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
You just caught yourself.
duality.
You just caught yourself in a damn trap,
First-
a snare. You just snared yourself. You're a delicious rabbit in the Highlands. All right, and you just snared yourself.
No, wait a minute.
did.
I did it.
But that's serious, though.
I can't
That
believe-
seems serious.
I just walked myself into this. Wait a minute. So she took out her eyeballs,
Something.
and now she's claiming that she's blind.
Well, she is
I
blind.
gained a little weight, and I'm complaining. I'm claiming that I'm no longer fat. I'm skinny. I don't know what it is.
I'm confused.
I just say that I identify as skinny
This is like algebra.
because it makes me feel better about myself. And if it offends people, it shouldn't. It shows that people are just so like, it's just not stable and balanced as human beings. Let someone identify if they want. I can be smart. I can identify as, I don't know, Canadian if I want. I can identify as skinny. It makes me feel good about myself. Just get over it. And if you don't, that's violence.
Sure. Well, the violence part definitely is not true, but I guess if it makes you happy, I mean, you can do whatever you want if it makes you happy.
And yes, I did eat myself to this size, but in my defense,
Wow. There is no defense.
Anyways, back to DIID or BIID.
You want to talk about that again?
A little bit. I feel like it's a little dark.
Okay, there's one where it's like the previous one was somebody who wanted to be blind. This is one who wants to be paralyzed.
So I wonder. I'm not a psychologist or anyone who has any sort of credentials to talk about anything, any sort of disorders, identity disorders, whatever it might be. But this is wild. This is genuinely wild. This guy identifies or wants to be permanently paralyzed. That's what he longs for. Like I long for the love of my parents and to be accepted by my peers. He identifies to or longs for not wanting to move anymore.
honestly, it's a nice life. You just sit there and eat. I mean,
That sounds terrible.
really. If you have someone there to change your clothes,
What about the person who has to take care of you though? It's so selfish.
well, they have to be madly obsessed with you. And a lot of these people that become this way, bedbound.
Stockholm syndrome.
Let me speak. These people become bedbound, and they find people that are obsessed with keeping them bedbound. They're obsessed with them. They're infatuated with them. And so they get joy out of them reaching their dreams, which is to be immobile.
That sounds horrible.
Like feeders almost.
Feeders,
yeah.
is that what you're talking about, Nick?
Like you and Orlin.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that we're not getting along because it was really nice. He did everything for me. Well, most things.
He yanked you.
Yes. And do you have a problem? We were married. What do you mean?
No, of course. I'm just saying. I'm condoning
He would
it
have
fully.
he would have yanked me even if I wasn't fat. Oop. That's what
I see.
husbands do. They yank.
I thought y'all were divorced.
I said was. Yes, we were married.
Did he get half of everything?
Unfortunately.
divorced?
Why do you think I'm here? I'm trying to make up for the other half I lost.
True. Yeah, so this guy wants to be paralyzed.
Cool, here we go.
Let's
Let's
play.
watch like 10 seconds
Let's
of this.
play.
Chloe Jennings
Let's
White
see.
spends her days
not
confined
as
to
bad
a
as the other one.
wheelchair. It's tough to get around, and she struggles with living in a world that isn't built for the disabled. However, Chloe is actually able to walk perfectly, and chooses to live her life like a paraplegic.
Okay. Well, let's pause that. However, Chloe's actually a fucking lunatic. However, I don't care. This one's easy to make fun of because that's just insane. That's just stupid. And it's demeaning to people who are actually disabled and can't choose to just sit in a wheelchair all the time.
I think people need to stop
Nick?
taking offense to everything.
From some of the research that I was doing into this, it seems like people are born and they see that part of their body as foreign, and so they try to actively like make it not a part of their body.
Like it's a cyst almost.
Yeah.
Maybe she's mentally ill. So what? Why can't mentally ill be mentally ill by themselves? It's not like she's going up to people, bothering them in their homes and saying, no, 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 no. No, she's just doing her thing. If she wants to be schlepped around in a chair, so be it. It's America. I don't understand this whole just eternal victim society. If I want to ride around on a scooter because I'm 400 pounds, it shouldn't shock you. Imagine what's going on my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm allowed to. My feet hurt. Why do you take offense to everything? Get a life.
It's also still insane, though.
Okay, but why don't people have the right to be insane in this country?
They do.
Okay, so
Well, I also have the right to say that it's insane.
okay, fine.
And stupid.
And God, I really need to wipe myself. It's really stinking. I don't know what I did. It's not like I better not have like shat myself.
I think you squirted.
I
over
don't
there.
know. We just did a mukbang before this too. I don't know.
I think you may
It's
have a little
hurting.
squirt in
I
there.
really need to take a peek.
A
Little
stray
red
noodle.
squirt. A stray noodle might be leaking out of the crack.
It's my crack hairs rubbing. That's just what's going on.
You get a stray noodle in there.
Anyways, I'm not offended by her.
Okay.
I'm not going to
I
sit here
wouldn't
and
assume.
choose to be
That'd be
offended.
hypocritical if you were.
I'm not going to sit here and choose to be offended by
I
someone.
mean,
that-
I'm not. Are you guys offended by her?
No,
I'm not
and
offended at
I
all.
think it's odd.
I know
but-
we're not going to watch the whole
Read
thing.
some of the top
but
comments. You're gonna see lots of snowflakes in there.
it should be noted that it's very contradictory. She loves to ski. Like she has a passion for skiing,
Right.
yet she's going to do this to herself.
But also wants to remove her legs and be paralyzed.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
she's reached out to surgeons to see if they
Interesting.
could surgically make her paralyzed.
Okay, so yeah, so that's just like that's just something I'll never understand then. Right there, that's pretty simple. I'll just never understand that. I don't understand. What are the comments? Zoom in.
Not to be a jerk, but how does she have a driver license when she suffers from such disorder?
Mm-hmm.
She could be a danger for everyone in traffic. Oh, she does mention in this that she has fantasized about getting in a car crash.
Oh,
losing
you
her
know,
legs.
okay,
Paralyzed.
that's kind of pressing in things. That's,
Yeah.
that's going a little far.
It kind of makes sense though. Overall, taking into consideration everything else we know, just from the first look, makes sense.
She looks like the type that would want to crash herself.
The first thing I saw was her in a wheelchair, and then the second thing I saw was her just fucking walking around, and she just likes to role play as a paraplegic person.
I'm not.
That's crazy. I feel like a car crash is not that insane. Wanting to hurt yourself is pretty on the nose when it comes to that
I
kind
don't
of
want to
stuff.
hurt myself, so I don't want to be compared